If you don't expect Nana Akufo-Addo to appoint his enemies as ministers and his advisors, why do you want to expect Bagbin to appoint his enemies or opponents as his advisors?
But for him, as a sitting general secretary,
yes,
to be appointed onto that board, for him, it poses a certain form of danger for Parliament. At least there are other...
Who said that Parliament is run on the fears of Chairman Sambonsu? Parliament is run according to the law. You are having their standing copies of the standing order. He should be quoting and telling us maybe the Constitution is against this, maybe the standing orders is against this. But what he's saying, he's not communicating to anybody. He's just expressing his fears. But unfortunately, Parliament is not run on the basis of the fears of Chairman Sambonsu. It's run on the laws. It's run on the laws.
Okay, so it's okay because you're a former MP.
Don't ask me, go and ask Bagbin.
Okay.
Okay, I didn't appoint myself. You understand? So you go and ask the person who took the decision whether his decision was founded on law or was not founded on law. I don't have any business answer. It's like if I were to appear before appointments committee and you are asking me why the president decided to appoint me and not another person else. How would I know how the president was thinking when he decided to settle on me? Okay, so, but the good thing I like about the interview is that at least he recognizes my level of intelligence. He recognizes my experience because I was in Parliament 4 years before he came, and I did 12 years in Parliament. People who have done 8 years in Parliament have served on the Parliamentary Service Board. I've been 12 years in Parliament. I've been in the front bench of Parliament, front bench in government in Parliament, back bench in government in Parliament, front bench in opposition in Parliament, back bench in opposition in Parliament. And I have chaired several parliamentary meetings, and I have chaired boards of state institutions. So I don't know what else. I don't know what else they expect. But the good thing about the interview is that, well, as I've said, it came to clear the air, you know, about some orchestrations that were cooking, that maybe Asiedu Nketia has changed this position for you know, the approval of ministers and so on. To tell you what, this appointment was offered to me as far back as January. Okay. Before
the nomination of ministers?
Before the nomination of ministers, it was offered to me as far back January. Because Parliament and its institutions had to be constituted to prepare to receive and vet ministers. So it was around that time that this appointment was offered to me. And immediately it came, I responded and gave my consent.
Okay.
Then there was some lacuna for a very long time. I went to ask what was happening. And I was told that MPP was objecting to that appointment. So that was why it was delayed.
What reason were they given for rejection of the appointment?
Well, maybe you ask Chairman Sambonsu, he has given you those reasons. Whether they are cogent or not is about their business.
Okay.
So this is an appointment that has been contested severely to a point where I heard people were saying any other person in the whole world is preferable to Asiedu Nketia. But Bagbin also said that he wanted Asiedu Nketia over any other person in the whole world. That's how he put his feet down.
Okay.
And if you like to know the arguments between Bagbin and Chairman Sambonsu, these were some of the underlying currents that led to that argument. But Bagbin, I'm happy that Bagbin put his feet down, and I'm happy to accept the appointment because I want Speaker Bagbin to succeed.
Okay. Well, there are related questions on this, so maybe we'll just bring it in quickly, then we can get all the answers to all the questions on this. So let's put that question out. There's a question related to this. So this one says, doesn't he think serving on the Parliamentary Service Board will make him and the NDC executives less effective in getting the minority to sit up and properly hold government to account? Won't he become overly engulfed in this so-called national interest business, which we all know in practical terms is actually Dibima Mindibi?
Then, if that is the case, why should NPP be worried? Because if I become less effective, it makes their job easier. So it should be people from my party who should be complaining that I will be less.
But that's the concern that.
No, that is not. This concern is coming from NPP, and I'm saying yes, it's coming from NPP. That's what NPP communicators have been repeating. I said, if you are going into a match, and the goalkeeper on the other side has a problem with the hands, is that not an advantage to you? So why should you be weeping than the widow?
Okay.
Okay. So it tells you that